When last we left our heroes...
When y'all left port, y'all had a nice full crew for the ship. You had a couple of extra passengers. You had you guys on there. Now, the crew has dwindled down to like 8 men.
I died multiple times trying to save your stupid ass and your stupid ship carrying 60 barrels of explosive bullshit.
What in the hells are you referring to with explosives?
You could have died in this process. Were you willing to sacrifice yourself and your men for this cargo?
With the sun beginning to set, you do in fact see a shoreline off in the distance. Maybe find some place that's been abandoned or some indiscreet spot where we can hide these barrels.
I'll move one of the boxes quietly and try to look between them.
You very lightly shift the boxes and you hear 2 sharp, little tiny gasps. You see 2 small, childlike figures and look very close to Sheppard.
As I step out, I'm going to take my hood down and just be like, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what languages does Jek speak?
Oh, common and undercommon.
Oh, undercommon?
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit. Okay, so yeah, you can understand them.
Oh, perfect.
They're speaking in undercommon. And the boy steps in front of the girl and says, Stay back. I'll fight you.
No, I don't mean any harm. I was just wandering around and heard you guys, wanted to see if you were okay.
You can see he's holding something in his hand. It's almost, he's holding it like a weapon, but you can tell it's nothing more than like a stick, like a plank that was probably like nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, Mom said not to trust anyone. Don't come any closer.
I've got my hands up and be like, no, you can trust me. I don't mean any harm. I promise.
Roll a persuasion.
16.
The little girl looks at him and goes, he doesn't look like the others. It could be a trick. You could be trying to trick us and give us to those mean people.
What mean people? Who are you talking about?
He kind of stiffens up a bit and holds his shoulders up and he's like, I'm not telling you. And the little girl chimes in and the ones who took Mama.
Could you describe them for me?
He kind of seems resigned that you're not going to hurt him at this point. So he puts the wood down and he says, the mean looking ones, they have the shiny looking armor with a big hand on the chest.
I think I know who you're talking about. But I also think that I can get some help. Maybe this is a safe spot for now. I'm going to pull I have a set of dice. I'm going to pull those out and just give them something to kind of play with. It's like, hey, do you guys like games? And then just try to convince them of, I don't know what game I would know or
sure,
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just some basic.
Okay, yeah, you teach them a quick little dice game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you hold out your hands and you start showing them how to roll the dice in their hands and how to count it up, and you teach them one of the games of chance where you're trying to get higher than the other person, and they seem to catch on to it pretty quick.
Okay. And then do I have any food just in my pack or anything?
I don't know. You tell me. Do you got some iron rations or something like that? Your delicious, flavorless, bland trail mix.
Yeah, how long? It hasn't been 24 hours yet, so I might still have some of that. Yeah, I've got rations. So let me just kind of pull out a piece of whatever bread or something, break it apart, and give each of them a half of it.
Okay. Yeah, you start kind of divvying out the rations to them, and they seem very grateful for the food.
And then some water from a flask or something.
Yeah, you've got your water skin with you, so you pass that over to them and let them start drinking back.
Okay, and then we'll just be like, okay, so I think your mom's right. Maybe it is safe that you wait here, but feel free to play with these dice, and enjoy yourselves as much as you can, and don't make any noise. I'll be back for you. I'm going to go try and find your mom. My friends and I are going to try to save her. Can you give me any more information on where they might have taken her? Did you hear anything that they said?
They said that there's a tower at the top of the hill and that they'd take her there.
Okay, I think that's all I need for now. What are your names, by the way? I'm Jek.
You would ask me a fucking name.
I figured I probably should have said that from the start.
You're fine. I actually have names. I'm just trying to pull up my list right now because Chris, either edit this out or put in music.
Elevator music.
I'll just start singing.
Yeah, just start singing.
I don't have an idea of what to sing, so we're kind of out of luck.
This is the season of the what was the fish? Trout.
The boy goes, I'm Keithan.
Keithan.
The girl very proudly bows up her chest and says, I'm Nendra.
Nice to meet you both. And like I said, just stay here, stay quiet, and I'm gonna try to get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out I have a bag of ball bearings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna pull it out and I'm gonna hand it to Keithan. Just be like, these are very special trinkets, and I want you to hold on to them for me. This is a guarantee that I'll be back. I promise you. So you hold on to these for me, and just know, as long as those are safe, I'll be safe.
Roll a deception.
Oh, I'm good at deception. Ooh, 22.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, he eats that up. He hangs onto the bag, and as you're saying all this, his grip tightens around it, and his eyes get a little wide. You can also now see that he has red eyes. Okay, yes, I will defend these trinkets.
It's like, oh, don't squeeze too tight. Remember, as long as they're safe, I'm safe.
So he like starts to like tie it to his waist at his belt, and he's holding onto it really tightly to make sure that like he doesn't like let him drop.
I put my hand on his shoulder, be like, you look very strong, and you're very brave to defend your sister. So I trust you, and I need you to trust me and know that I'll be back.
Jek is still a kid himself, right?
13.
And how...
These kids look like they're like, the boy probably looks like he's a boy of maybe 8.
Giving a kid your ball sack.
Giving a kid that ball sack.
Here, play with my balls, kid.
Dang it.
Careful.
You perverted my sweet moment.
My family jewels.
No. The boy does look at you, before you start to leave. He's like, you won't tell anyone we're here?
Nope. Your secret's safe with me.
So they just kind of sit down, and he sits next to his sister, and he pulls the box back in front so it obscures the view.
Okay. And then I will just start. I've accomplished my mission and submission. So now I'm going to go back to where they went. So I would know what tavern they went to?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll just head back that way.
In the tavern, you're all sitting at the end of one of the long tables and pretty dimly lit by some candlelight, except for the giant fire in the hearth. You've all got yourself a decent meal of obviously some sort of seafood as well as some black bread, and they brought some ale for everybody as well.
Yeah, I want to say that I've probably quite a few in and have filled up my horn. So like, about how much money would I have spent to be pretty sloshed right now?
Probably about 4 silver.
Okay, that's easy enough.
Yeah, you're not going to be spending ridiculous amounts of gold on this kind of stuff, so it's,
I'll even leave him a nice tip.
For inflation.
Yeah, so y'all are all just sitting there, to which Sarah will sit, and you can see that she's quite nervous right now, but I hope Jek's okay.
He's a smart boy. If he's smart enough, he'll turn into a rat.
I hope so.
If he's smart, he'll be a rat. I love it.
Sarah says, yes, Jek is clever, to be fair. with everything that's happened lately, trouble seems to follow us no matter where we are.
I spill a little bit of my drink. I'm like, what? What do you mean? What? I don't know what you're talking about. Trouble following us around. Oh God! Everything's spinning. Everything's spinning.
Maybe the name of trouble is Shepherd.
She leans over to you, Shepherd, and she grabs a big, like the whole loaf of the black bread and puts it in front of you and says, "Eat, you buffoon."
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me perception checks. You guys sitting in that there tavern.
24.
Well, you got a nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I got a natural 20.
Well, I only got 9, so.
Gee, let's see if Shepherd sees it. Nope. No, he
He's
didn't.
drunk.
Avadore, however, as you're sitting there as well, consulting some of your notes in your journal and things like that, you look around and you do see that there is one person in particular at the far end of one of the tables who is looking in your direction, not at you and not at Shepherd. He's looking at Sarah. You can see him looking at her as if he's trying to decipher recognition in some way. Very pensive as he's looking at her.
Sarah, there's a gentleman at the end of the table. Do you recognize him?
Where?
He's not far from us. Maybe 3 tables down. There in the corner.
Did she like roll a 1? She's like, wait, what table?
She rolled low, Chris, okay? She rolled really damn
You
low.
are drunk. Jack, Shepherd, just eat your bread.
Eat your bread.
What table are we talking about?
Eat your... Shh. You're too loud. You're too loud.
She looks down and she does see who you're talking about. She quizzically herself is, no, I can only see some of his face, but no, he doesn't appear to be familiar.
What color is his cloak?
She's trying to like raise herself up from the, extend her torso so she could probably see over. She shakes her head again. I can't see him. You start to look down there to try to see if you can spot him again. He's already gotten up and moved away.
Cool.
And at that, you see a lovely half rat boy walk in. No, just kidding. He's full boy.
Full boy.
Oh, shit. I forgot.
Just crash on in. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. You all seen a rat before?
It's the full boy. Hello, full boy.
Jack, what news do you bring from the land?
From the land.
From the... you went out looking.
I did go in the land. So I'll just kind of gather up to everybody and try to just whisper to them, be like, hey, guys, I found a spot that we can store the explosives, so no problem there, or the barrels, whatever I want to say. But I also found 2 kids who look like dark elves. It sounds like the hand has captured their mother and taken them to a tower at the north of this town. So, couple things. The hand is here. And secondly, they're capturing people, or at least dark elves. So I don't know what... I'm not sure what you guys want to do, but I feel like we need to go save them.
Where are they?
So the kids are stored up. They're safe right now. They're in this little warehouse building that I found where we can store all the explosives. They're upstairs though, and I've got them. They're hidden for now. I gave them some food and water to keep them safe, and I assured them that we'd be back, but to stay quiet.
You didn't give them any balls, did you? Did you give them a ball sack?
Well, I gave them my ball sack. I did to keep safe. It's funny that you should ask that.
It's funny. Wow. Well done, Chris.
All right.
Well done.
So you say that they're supposed to be the hands have taken their mother to a tower?
Yes, they couldn't give me much information on that, but I just know they've taken their mother and they're in a tower right now.
Can I do a either perception or insight check to look around real quick for a local that just looks like a solid, nice dude that might be a little inebriated? Just
Roll
looking around to see.
perception.
Okay. All right, that is 11 plus 4, so 6, no, 15.
15?
Yeah.
You see a guy who appears to be chowing down on some what looks like a spice sausage and some ale. And he's just eating, and he's just looking like he's having a pretty decent time.
I walk over to him, and I'm like, "Hey, excuse me, don't mean to interrupt your meal, but I heard something about a really cool tower around here. I want to check that out. Do you know where that is? I'm sorry, I'm new. I just came in on a ship."
He goes to look up at you, and he gets a little startled as he sees you. But he's Oi, it's a magistrate's tower. Up at the very top of the hill, though. I don't necessarily believe he'd be taking callers at this hour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of sightseeing, you know. Guy like me doesn't get around to some of these towns too much. I mean, what with what I look like and all.
Oh, it's a beautiful view up there, so I hear.
Oh, very nice, very nice. I'll make sure to take photos when that's invented. Thank you very much for your assistance. I'm gonna give him, like, I probably still have a little bit of ale with me because I'm sure I bought several. So I'm just gonna leave an extra ale with him for his info,
troubles,
for being a nice dude.
Yeah, you top off his tankard, and he's thank you very much.
All right, so I'm gonna walk back to the table with everybody. I'm like, all right, time to go.
What? Why? What's going on? Sarah seems puzzled.
Oh, we're going in guns blazing. If guns are guns a thing? They're not a thing, are they?
They're not.
We're going in wands blazing.
Wands and swords.
Blazing.
Blazing. Before we move on, I do have a suggestion about the barrels and its disposal of the sulfur. In my notes, I wrote down in the book of Google, it's a... The book of Google said that
you hold in your nature box.
Yes, within my nature box.
The nature box.
Sulfite is not dangerous to animals and humans and creatures, but it will make them ill. However, should we dispose of it back in the land, and if we want to also protect our very dear friend, the captain of the ship, we can possibly be able to put forth all this salt that's in this land, as we have plenty, so that it may be able to weigh in. Also, in the book of Indiana Jones, it has taught me that making sure the weight of one's barrels should match, he would be able to travel safely, and therefore we may be able to sneak it through. And I do have the power and the spells in order to reseal these bears, so it may look as though they have not been tricked.
So you're saying switch out the sulfur for just salt and just make sure it weighs the same?
Yes.
I mean, we could do that. I don't really give a shit about the captain, to be honest. But I mean, if you guys are feeling nice, I mean, you go do your nice thing.
We do have to be aboard the ship as well once we're done getting all of our belongings. So we might as well be safe enough should we encounter any more unpleasantry on our travels.
Well, let's think about it like this. How long would that take? Even with the spells, are you able to switch? Are you able to switch these things with the spell, or do we have to do that by hand and then you can just seal it with your spells?
I can possibly conjure plants that can help us as our workers, and they may be able to come along and
Indentured
help.
servitude of plants.
Yeah.
I like it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yes, sorry. Get that plant. Gross.
Druid's apprentice. Do you guys think we should do that? I mean,
it's up to you. We could either...
Sarah's not well versed in any of this shit, so she's just kind of like, yeah.
If this woman, as you say, is being interrogated by the hands in the tower, I think we're going to have to get there first, because that's not going to take very long for them to kill her.
yeah, I think priority-wise, let's go to the tower first, because I don't know how long those kids will be safe there.
Agree. No, I just wanted to put it out there, make sure it's in everybody's heads, just in case when we have to go back, just in case. I'm just throwing it out there.
When we
Right.
inevitably have to perform some sort of shenanigans.
Just in case.
While you're talking, you're also building up little servant men out of sticks.
Just let me practice here for a little bit, make sure that I can speak with them.
Just setting things up.
It's okay. Be prepared, once always says.
I'm gonna approach the whoever the bartender is or wherever they are real quick. Excuse me for a moment. First of all, appreciate all the food and drink. Do you happen to have a leather satchel of some sort, or I mean, any kind of little like container or something that might be empty that I could possibly purchase off of you, if you don't mind?
He's a bit puzzled at first, but says, "Yeah, sure." He's got a belt pouch. You're more than welcome to purchase.
Oh, thank you so much. How much for it?
5
please?
silver.
Okay. I'm gonna give him 5 silver. I have an idea. This might come in handy later. You all wait here for just a moment. I'm gonna make a trip back to the ship really fast, if that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah doesn't mind.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Sheppard, you leaving the bar?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'm making my way back to where the ship is, and I need to get on board really quick.
Okay.
Just a quick in and out.
You get over to the ship, and you see that there is the first mate standing by the ramp, and he's looking a little puzzled. But what are you doing back here?
Well, all my shit's up here. I mean, why wouldn't I come back here? I mean, all of our belongings are here. This is where we sleep.
I don't know why you'd want to come out here to sleep. It's freezing.
Yeah, but I mean, look at me. Like, it really matters. I'm scourge-blooded. I'm always warm. I'm feeling fine. Honestly, I had a few drinks, ready to hit the hay, but everybody else is, they're still ready for a party, and I just need to relax. I need a little time to myself for a few minutes. If you don't mind, I'll just be heading over there real quick.
He just nods along. All right.
Instead, I'm going to go down to the cargo hold where the barrels are really quick.
Okay.
I had, I think I even said it earlier, several episodes ago, I'd cracked one of the barrels and some of the stuff poured out. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to fill this little pouch I got real quick with the stuff that's inside, with that little crack that I put in the barrel. I'm going to fill her up.
So you're just grabbing some of the material from in there, and you're gonna...
Yep, just pouring it in the pouch, and then I'm going to make my way back to the tavern.
All right. You've got a pouch full of some unidentified black peppered powder of some kind.
Yes. I walk back and I'm like, okay, I'm back. We can do our thing.
To the tower.
All right. All of you are going to head straight to the tower?
Yes.
You make your way up through the city's steps, passing along a number of like houses and some other shops. Everything obviously is closed down right now. The snow is falling, and there is a nice white blanket of snow that's covering most of everything. But as you make it to the top of the hill, there is indeed, as you see, tower is generous. It looks like it's basically a tall building that's been made of stone, as opposed to the other buildings, which are all thatched wood and whatnot. So this is it's a tower probably about 60 feet high, and it's got a very small gate around it. And there is an entrance gate where you do see that there is a guard out front who is in padded armor of some kind. And I use the term armor generously because this looks like garbage. Mm-hmm. And he's got a spear that he's leaning against.
I'll walk up and I'll be like, hey, we were told to come here. I don't know. We were summoned by, I don't know, a finger, a hand. I don't really quite remember what they called him, but we were told that we were needed here. Not really sure why. Do you know why they asked us to come up here? I'm just looking right at them like I'm confused. Like, why did they want us again?
Roll your deception, sir. You lying sack of shit.
I rolled a nat 20.
Shut up.
Wow.
I rolled a nat 20. Finally.
Drunken Shepherd has a way with the tongue.
I wink at Avadore.
Hey.
He says, I don't know. This is where Magistrate Bevel lives. How did you know there were hands here?
Oh, like we were in the village and somebody said that the hands were looking for us. They actually said us by name, described us all, and we were like, oh, the hands, they're very important, and we should really we want to be citizens, like obeying the law. So we were like, we better get up there as soon as possible. Like, we don't want to waste anybody's time.
All right. That's one of the hands there, actually. He points through the gate to the entrance of the tower, and there is a guy who's armored up who seems to be sitting next to a small fire that he's built next to the entrance to the tower.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll just be on our way, and we'll go see what they need us for.
All right. Well, you tell Magister Bevel that I said you were cleared by the hands.
Yes, we'll do that. Thank you. I clap him on the shoulder and I look him like really deep in the eyes and I'm like, thank you. Just whisper it to him.
You start to lean in close for a kiss. You're like, oh, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Hang on.
I don't know why I did
had
this.
a lot more to drink than I thought.
All right, but he opens up the gate and lets you walk in.
All right, we're walking in. Heading to that tower.
Of all the times you get a nat 20, like in this case,
I know.
Right?
I don't think it was how convincing your speech was as much as like how befuddled he was.
That's typically how Sheppard does it. He just tries to confuse everybody.
Just make him feel awkward.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's kind of his whole gang, is just make him feel really weird about stuff.
Whatever works.
Well, it's working. So it's a pretty open field. It's pretty rocky. Lots of just loose pebbles and things cover the ground. Gravel is commonly the term for that. It's loose gravel all around on the ground.
One might call it gravel.
One might call it gravel. Jesus Christ, Devan. Yeah, it's loose gravel all along the ground leading up to the actual tower itself. Even though it is, again, tower is a not very accurate term. It just looks like a larger home, but it does have a spire at the top where you can observe down to the shipyards below. And it's got a makeshift rampart made across the top and front facing out towards the sea, but not on the sides and back. And the Great Hall, there's a Great Hall entrance, a big set of oaken double doors that you're walking toward, and obviously the guard to the right of it, a hand who is sitting next to a fire.
Okay. Has the hand noticed us?
He is not.
Okay. Why don't we just try to sneak past and just keep going? I mean, that guy gave us the go-ahead. We can try to just mosey on past him, and if he notices, we can just be like, hey, that guy told us we're supposed to go through here. Don't blame me. I'm following orders.
Is there like a wide enough like girth we can take to potentially avoid him and still get to an entrance?
Nah.
No.
Can we see if he has any? Does this guard have a spear as well or any weaponry?
You see that he is still decked in full armor. Granted, he doesn't have his helmet on. He's got long brown hair that he's got pretty much slicked back. He is in full armor, breastplate still, and he does have the quintessential long sword at his side that all hands seem to carry.
Well, we can either sneak past or we can kill him right now while he's not paying attention. I mean, I'm good for killing some people.
I know you are. However, I am concerned about the other guard who's the friend you just finished making. I do not want to...
He's cool. He's cool.
Now, unless you're willing to trust your deception again and to speak with him, or one of us can speak with him, see if we can bypass him as well.
Sure, go. Someone go try your hand at it. No pun intended, but yeah, intended.
How about, what if I wait back in the shadows a little bit and you can try to talk to him, and if things go south, then we can take him out if
And
we
we
have
can
to.
kill him. Yeah. Let's do that.
Or what if, or
I can summon some minions. I've built my small army.
no, what if Jek turns it back into a weremouse or were-rat?
I'm a rat, thank you.
And
It's a rat. Thank you.
seeing if you're able to go past through him and investigate, and we can. I feel that he might be concerned about why there's four creatures that are trying to come through, which I believe the less that we are, the less threat we would be.
That might not be a bad plan to at least scout the tower.
Is sneaking...
You want to rat in there.
Yeah, is sneaking something I can even do around him? I mean, you said he's like... Is he basically like right in front of the only entrance?
He's next to the only entrance that you see, yeah.
So sneaking virtually impossible.
Well, it depends on how good you roll.
You can try.
Okay. All right, how about I'll try... Plan A, try to sneak in. Plan B, talk to the guy. Plan C, kill the guy.
Yes.
Plan C, kill him.
Murder him.
All right, I'll try to stealth roll in. Do I get any advantage when I'm in rat form to stealth rolls?
In hybrid, no, but if you're in full,
Which I can't do because it's not a full moon.
you can change into either.
Giant rat. What about the small rat? Or that is the giant
That's
rat?
yeah. You're basically like
Oh,
think
okay.
of
Big as Marco.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say think of Marco.
Oh, he has a pretty big rat. Okay. I would get a stealth advantage by doing that?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go to big rat form.
Big rat form.
Big rat form. And then try to sneak on by.
All right, go ahead and roll me your stealth. You get advantage.
18.
Yep, he doesn't seem to notice you.
And the door's open, or is there a spot I can slip in? Oh,
It is.
I didn't think that through.
It is a sealed door.
Oh. All right. Well, then I guess I would have to transform back into... Is it loud, or can I just like stealthily transform back? Am I screaming in
tell you-
agony?
From the editing, you just really hear your bones crack and shift around a lot.
Yeah.
And you can hear some muscles stretch, but other than that,
Would it be something that
screaming.
would kind of sound similar to the fire like crackling in front of him?
Yes.
Maybe.
Could be masked
Yeah,
by
yeah,
it.
maybe.
Okay. All right. I'll transform back. I mean, I don't have a choice. Transform back. Try to open this door.
Apparently, he is really into his reading right now, so he does not hear you.
Just bones cracking all
he's
around.
reading
him.
that Indiana Jones book that Avadore was talking
Yes.
All right. Then I'll slowly, quietly open the door and try to just like sneak on in.
Stealth.
Oh no!
You can reroll. You can reroll if you
No,
want. If you want to.
Wait. I don't have an advantage anymore, right? Or do I?
No, not anymore.
I gotta use this coin then. I rolled a
Give me your inspiration
I rolled a
coin.
1. Okay.
Delightful.
Okay, 18.
All right. He does not seem to hear you as you crack open the door and slip in.
All right. Slide on in, gently close it, and what's in front of me?
You're standing in a large antechamber. It's not necessarily long enough to be a hallway, but it is just still an antechamber with some racks for like big heavy cloaks, and then a bench with doors either to your left or right, and then a staircase at the far end of the hall leading upward, spiral staircase.
Let me go back into big rat form. BRF.
BRF, big rat form.
Big rat form, yeah. And I'll start scouting around. Seeing if I can hear voices or whatever. I'm assuming this is just me thinking that if they're interrogating someone, it's going to be higher in this tower.
What is his sensories when he's in big rat form?
BRF.
Yeah, my apologies.
Like, what do you mean? Like, what are it?
Like, because we know that he can see better in the dark, right?
Oh, yeah. So he has dark vision, and that's pretty much it. No, I'm sorry, that's not it. He also has keen smell, so he actually has the ability to like find things via smelling.
Okay, then I will basically just kind of peruse around as much as I can, as hidden as I can, listening for voices.
Which path do you think you're going to take? Left, right, or going to go to the staircase?
Let me go staircase first.
As Rat, you start ascending the stairs very slowly, hopping onto each individual one as you go up.
Adorably.
Mm-hmm.
Adorably.
Thank you.
And as you get up there, you do immediately start hearing some raised voices.
Let me get closer to, is it a room that they're in still? Okay, let me get closer to that room and just sort of listen in.
Okay. You go down a hallway where there's a series of doors on either side, and the hallway curves off to the right. But you go up to the door where you are starting to hear the muffled voices more clearly. Go ahead and roll me your perception check.
19.
2 pretty distinct voices.
Belvin, you have no say in what happens here. The laws of the hand far outreach yours as being a lowly little magistrate. You're not even a lord. I will not sit by and let you use my home as a torture chamber while you keep that thing here. Your home is the only home with a proper place, quiet and out of view of the public. Oh, so because I have closed doors, that means you can come in here and torture people. Is that what you'll say? Just at the whim of the hand. Yes, that is exactly what we're saying. And we'll continue to do so until my men are done interrogating her. Once we have her whelps, we'll be on our way. Well, then tell them to finish their duty, and I do hope to be compensated by the order. You'll be compensated, you greedy fool. And take that tone with me again. You'll sorely wish you hadn't.
The door quickly opens. You're in BRF, right?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. As a rat, you run behind a potted plant and hide there, but you see a very large, imposing figure.
If I'm behind this potted plant, let me put my little front paws on top of the plant and just peek over.
Yes.
Everything adorably.
It's just cute as shit, man.
Yes. As far as rats go,
you are probably the cutest of the rats.
I appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. You see that this guy has a breastplate on, has obviously the clear marking of the hands on his chest, long sword at his side. His helmet is on, and he looks like pretty much a rank and file hand that you remember from seeing in Fangor.
Is he walking?
He's walking towards the staircase heading downward.
Downward, okay. And I'm just going to follow him then.
You start to follow him, and you hear footsteps from the room, and he says, the other voice that you hear from behind you. And one more thing. If they are taking liberties, I expect to be extra compensated for that as well. He stops in his tracks and turns around. Are you accusing the hands, the royal order of the Ecclesia, the striking hand of the 9 gods? Are you accusing them of some sort of deviancy? You turn to look, and you see that there is, in fact, a man with some tattered, albeit nicer-looking robes on. They have patchworks on him and things, and you could tell he is the magister of the town. Very thin, frail, bald, and looks a little concerned as of now. The armored figure walks over to him, gets right up to him, chest to chest. Is that what you're saying about me and my men? He gulps. No, of course not. The hands would never do such a thing. I thought not. He turns and leaves, heading down the stairs. The man goes back into his room and shuts the door. You're standing in the hallway.
Follow the hand guy.
You head downward on the stairs, and you see him go. As you get to the bottom of the staircase, you can see the front door from where that you entered, and then the rooms to the left and right. He goes into the room to the left, entering in and immediately shutting the door again.
Okay, I think with that, I am going to just try to start heading back outside because I feel like I have a pretty good idea of that's where she is now, just based on their conversation. So I'm going to stealth on back out there, transform back into boy form, and then real quietly try to open that door because I don't know what's going on the other side. For all I know, Sheppard has already killed the man, but just in case, I'll sneak back out.
Those of you who are standing outside, go ahead and roll your perception check. Roll your stealth check.
Oh, nat 20.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
No.
17.
6. I know.
So neither of you see him, but you do eventually hear Jek saunter up very slowly, creep up next to all of you, and he's there.
How'd you get out?
Where'd you come from?
Oh, where we got.
All right, Rat. What are we looking at in there? What do we got going on?
On the second floor, I saw the magistrate talking to a member of the Hand. They are, in fact, torturing and trying to get some information, I think, out of this dark elf woman. She, I believe, is on the first floor on the room to the left. So if we're going to go rescue her, that's where we need to go. But he's also in there, and I'm not sure if there's anyone else in there with him aside from her.
Good work, Jack.
We got to get in there. So how do we want to deal with this guard at the front?
Is there a way to just knock somebody out in this game? Or is it all straight murder?
Well, I think you could do non-lethal damage, but it would be basically the same, right? We would still be attacking the same way.
I have
we would
an
just
idea.
say that we're not going to kill him.
My idea is that since he's so close to the flames,
boy.
Hold, please. Hold. That the flame might accidentally get on his armor and he may have to, out of fear, be rolling on the ground in order to keep himself safe.
I like this plan.
And we sneak past him as
he's screaming in agony trying to put flame.
He will get there. He is very, very close to that fire. I'm just saying. It could accidentally.
Are there any flammable, maybe in a box around him or something that she could maybe
He's reading a book.
Oh, what if you light his book on fire, catch that on fire, and then he'll be distracted trying to put that out without causing permanent damage to his body?
You're very,
his face,
he is wearing armor, Jack. He is wearing armor. I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. But if it will make you feel better.
It really would.
It really would.
Seeing as plan C was to murder him.
We're not at plan C yet.
Yes, we weren't trying to murder him, just trying to scare him a little bit. I will control the flame, if I may.
I just think it'd be a cool kind of distraction option to light, have the spark, just shoot up to his book and be like, oh, that happened naturally, not something where it's like, oh God, my whole body just caught on fire.
It was going
God,
to be
my whole
the
body.
same.
I don't suspect a thing. Yeah. But, play it out like we want to. I'm not sure.
Yes, we will start with the book, and if he notices, then we will do with his body.
So you shoot a spark up from the campfire up to his book, and as you suspect, it starts to immediately engulf itself in flame, and he starts oh gods, oh gods!
Time to move, everyone.
He stands up very quickly and runs over to his knapsack, which is kind of next to the fire, just leaning against the wall, and he starts digging in there, trying to. You can tell he's trying to grab a water skin or something like that.
Well, I think this is our time to just sneak on in.
Yes.
Yeah, let's just walk on by now.
Hey,
let's
go ahead and roll me
this
stealth
thing.
checks, everybody.
Oh,
23.
14.
13.
He is, in fact, way too distracted. I gave him disadvantage on that perception check. So he is just oh, God, my holy book. I must douse these
No,
flames.
indeed, no.
Yeah.
My holy Indiana Jones book.
My holy romance novel.
So now we're inside, correct?
50 Shades of Jek Gray.
I am a child.
I don't like any of that.
It's a children's book.
It's a children's book.
Right.
This one.
Gray with an A.
It actually
and gray
teaches
with an
about the
E.
hues of gray.
Right.
Ew.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
All right, we're walking inside this tower. And then I assume we're just going to head straight to where Jek pointed us out.
Yeah, it's the door on the left, right?
Well, the door on the right from where y'all walked in.
Yeah. So let's walk through that door.
You walk into there, and it's another smaller hallway with some doors on either side. And you see that there is a swinging door at the end of the hallway that leads to the kitchen.
Sheppard, don't get any ideas?
Well, I mean, we could go through there to the kitchen, which seems weird that he took it there. But, if we don't find him, at least we can get a snack.
So there's just 2 doors, like 3, I guess, including the kitchen? Like one on each side?
It's one on each side with the swinging door at the end of the hall.
I guess let's traverse through and see where we can hear voices from, because I'm assuming an interrogation room is not going to be quiet.
Yeah, let's listen. We want to listen for voices.
Start walking down the hallway. Go ahead and make me some perception checks.
And I'm rolling pretty good today.
I am not.
22.
11.
We'll let you know what we know.
Yeah, let me know.
You're just thinking about what kind of snacks they have.
You're still healing. You're just distracted.
I'm thinking about the snacks.
Eat your bread.
Nothing from the main doors that you're hearing, but at the end of the hall, you do hear some commotion.
Can we tell how many voices there are?
Yeah, actually, with those high rolls, you could hear that there is 4 distinct voices, one of which is female.
Okay, so it sounds like there's 3 of them and her. I'm guessing that's all we can hear anyway.
Do you recognize one of the gentlemen to be the one that you witnessed before?
One of them is definitely that guy. And he's pretty big, and he's got a pretty big sword, so...
Is that a euphemism, or do you mean his...
It could be both.
It's well armored.
Okay. Well, there's 4 of us, 3 of them. I say we just, let's just do this thing.
Let's just do it.
I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling pretty jazzed.
This thing.
That's our battle cry. Let's do this thing.
Let's do this thing. I'm jazzed right now. I'm ready. I'm just gonna open the door and walk in.
Do elves, do they have magic? Like, they have like a sort of aura of magic in any way? Is that a thing that their species, their race has?
No, they don't no. There's not like some sort of like innate magical aura that emanates from them.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, you go swing the door open, and you can hear things more clearly, but you're looking at a basic kitchen.
Let's raid this pantry.
Let's find these motherfucking Cheez-Its right now.
When you were saying let's do this thing, you meant let's raid their cabinets.
We got any Oreos in here?
Chef Boyardee, Chef Boyardee.
Shepherd Boyardee.
Shepherd Boyardee.
Let's see if they got any Pop-Tarts or something.
Green Giant.
That would be fantastic.
Okay.
But don't give me any of the Pop-Tarts that don't have frosting, because that's garbage.
That's an abomination. We all know it.
There's no point.
It's all flakes.
It's all flakes. Oh, it's all flakes. We all know it. Sorry, I'm not.
So where are the voices coming from then? So they're not in the immediate kitchen.
No, but we detected behind one of the doors.
Roll a perception check.
Nat 20 over here.
Regular 20 over here.
Regular 20 over here too.
Dang.
All right, well, fuck me, guys. All right, roll with your with your good rolls. Yeah, the voices are coming from below you.
Oh.
Is there a clear
secret kitchen
passage to get down there, or is it a hidden potential? I mean,
is the ground... All right, so now that we know that it's probably like a basement or something, in the kitchen, is it wood? Like, what is it? Stone? What's our feet on?
You are standing on big carpeting right now.
In the kitchen.
What a horrible idea. Can I roll to see if they're interior decorators here so I can murder them?
So you can make fun of them for having carpet in the kitchen?
Yes.
Well, it's not carpeting. It's big rugs.
Big rugs.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, if they carpeted the bathroom too, that's it. It's over.
Yeah, we're fucking done if they've
disgusting.
I just can't even stay in here.
Since we did roll like pretty much all 20s, can we tell, is there a certain part in this kitchen that the voices are louder to us if we're standing in a certain area?
you can hear the muffled voices below you, and with what you rolled, that's what I'm giving you is that you could tell it's below you.
I'm gonna start just pulling up those rugs in because they're not like sealed down or anything, right? They're just rolled over.
It's just rugs just on the.
Yeah. So let me start just pulling those.
No 3M strips underneath or anything.
Yeah, looking for a trap door or something.
Yeah. Okay. You pull the rugs. You pull the rugs, and sure enough, there is a door, a cellar door embedded in the stone that looks like it leads down to a cellar. The latch isn't even closed. It's just pretty much just shut. It's not like locked or sealed or anything.
Okay, well, I guess we know where they are. We ready?
Let's do that. Let's do this thing. I'm gonna open the door.
You swing open the cellar door. You see immediate torchlight down below you, and you hear all kinds of commotion from down there. And it sounds like a female cursing in a language that actually languages everyone.
Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Infernal.
I got Elvish and Undercommon.
You can understand it. Sarah doesn't understand shit. She is screaming out curses, and you hear like her wince as if she just got like she just took a huge hit, and she doesn't give out a wail of pain, but just more of an exasperation of just like she just got nailed. And you hear her scream out a curse of,
"I hope your belly is filled with spiders by the new moon."
Oh, she is not happy, but at least she's conscious.
She's giving them their period. How that feels.
Nice.
Girl, man. Same.
I love it.
Girl, same.
Heard. Give it to them.
Hashtag felt that in my soul.
Yep.
All right. Okay. I'm walking through there with purpose. I'm power walking down there.
It's a straight downward staircase that turns off to the right. And as you descend down it immediately, as you look over, there is 3 of these armored individuals. And she is chained up to the ceiling. She has one leg and one arm tied together, and that is chained to the ceiling, while the other arm is tied behind her back, and the other leg is just left there dangling.
Ugh, that sounds horrible.
Any chance that we can surprise them or anything like catch them off guard?
Yeah, could I sneak in first and just kind of get around just in case?
I have a spell in which I could do a spider climb.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Are you gonna Spider-Man into that room like upside down and
I can
them?
upside down spider climb, and then I also have a spell for invisibility. So if I touch somebody, they can be invisible.
Here, I got an idea then. Jek, you're stealthy. You stealth in there. Avadore, you touch me anywhere you want and make me invisible. And then you can spider climb. And Sarah, you be Sarah.
Sarah, this is I don't know if she's going to be more terrified to see Avadore spider climbing towards her on the ceiling.
It's going to be awesome, though.
It should be fun.
And I'm like looking through my cards. I was like, oh, what can I do? What can I do?
Do you have your animal form?
Maybe we could.
I'm not in animal form.
No, but I mean, like, do you have that in your spell book or whatever?
I could, but I would have to turn into something that I've already seen.
You've seen spiders.
I have seen spiders, but I don't have to turn into a spider in order to do a spider climb.
Oh, man. So you'd be like a spider climbing
tiefling.
Boar?
No, not before. I'm just going to be myself.
Oh, okay.
That'd be funny. I wonder if because Sarah looks like she's from the Ecclesia, and like maybe these guys would know that she's been excommunicated, but maybe not because they don't have email and shit or phones.
Yeah, maybe word hasn't gotten around yet.
I'm wondering if she could approach them and distract them like she was sent there for some reason while the rest of us sneak in there and just destroy the fuck out of these guys.
I was definitely thinking of at least freeing the woman first and trying to get her to safety. But if you think killing them first would be easier?
I could slow down the enemies, like if they're trying to attack us. Joseph read that one.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect spell.
So we could slow them down as we're getting away.
No, you could slow them down from the start because that limits their combat abilities and their dodge potential.
Okay.
So
we start with
it lets you do it to up to 6 people. There's only 3 of them. You can do it in a 40-yard range, and they're pretty close together. So I think you could get them all right away and cripple them from the start.
To answer your question, Joseph, so I mean, Sheppard as a character he's always going to go to kill regardless right off the bat.
I know that myself.
He's got ulterior motives aside from just saving this woman.
Right. My main concern is saving her. So I'm kind of one-track minded about that. But of course, if I'm presented with a guard as an obstacle or whatever, then I'll do what I have to do.
So maybe you would probably try to sneak in and then free her while we're fighting the others.
To at least get her out of her chains and maybe have her run towards Sarah or behind Sarah or something for better protection.
Unless someone notices you, and then you're probably going to have to fight. I guess we'll see, like, once we roll initiative, and then we'll have to kind of figure it out.
That's true, yeah.
All right, so what's the plan being discussed?
I'll sneak in and just try to focus on freeing her.
I think the rest of us are just going to go in and fight, basically. So,
all right, so then
the slow spell, though,
use
definitely.
the slow spell. Then do you want me to give you the spider climb? Because she's hanging over all these things.
Yeah, I mean, I could still use it if you can cast it on me.
But yeah, I can give you the spider climb. And since you can speak her language, which is uncommon, you can tell her what the plan is.
Right, and I'll reassure her about her kids' safety and stuff, too, just to calm her down.
Yeah, you could say, like, I know Keith and... Namar or
Nindra.
Yeah.
And just tell her that you gave them your ball sack.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna tell her that part.
That'll put her at ease.
Yeah, you could.
Don't worry, I give your kids my ball sack.
Oh,
but yeah, you could tell them that Keith and Nendra. Just say that, like, I'm friends with them and they told me of your whereabouts. I'm here to take you home, kind of thing.
Right.
And then on the way out, if we go out the same way we came in, sorry, Jek, I'm going to have to use that flame again and just surprise the guard out there.
He's like, what the heck?
What the fuck? And like,
why does
what the hell now?
Yeah, just big burst of fire. We're going to have to get out.
See, I don't know if, like, getting out, we would be able to be as stealthy with that guy.
We probably won't be. That's why I'm going to have to.
That's okay. There's only 2 guys outside. I mean, we could take them pretty easily.
And the first guy is just a buffoon. He's not part of the hand.
Yeah, I mean, I fucking lied my way through, so it doesn't matter.
But I could also create a wall of fire. It says here,
nice.
You create a wall of fire on a solid surface within range. You can make the wall up to 60 feet long and 20 feet high and 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall up to 20 feet in diameter, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. The wall is opaque and lasts for the duration. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must have a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d8 fire damage or half as much damage on a successful save. So we can use the wall of fire like when we're leaving, like out the building, so they're not following us.
Keep them away from us.
Right, keep them away while we're going back to the cave.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we have a plan.
How about before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's go ahead and get ourselves a nice initiative rollout.
Okay.
We were worried about this.
Hey everyone, it's your Dungeon Master Devan here, thanking you for listening to this episode of Party in Peril. You can encounter us on Twitter or Instagram at Party in Peril. And if you liked this episode, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing, rating, hacking or slashing, and whatever else you can do out there on social media or wherever you listen to podcasts. But thanks again for listening, and remember, roll high, crit hard. See you next time.
Presented by Nerdsloth.
A place for lazy nerds. If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, catch us on YouTube and Twitch or visit us at nerdsloth.com.